Welcome back. The mobile cart is done. I wired up the batteries, connected the inverter here on top, just to run a quick test and to show you guys something that I discovered. Right now I have two 100-watt lamps turned on, and we're drawing roughly 1.75 amps using those two lamps. You can also see here that my wiring's done using much shorter cables. Everything looks a lot neater. And I made these cables just a little longer than they really need to be for my batteries here connected in parallel. And the reason is because I'm going to be converting this system to 48 volts soon, and that means I need to connect my batteries in series. So the cables need to be just a little longer so that the positive and negative terminals can be connected to each other with the same amount of space that I have right now from each battery here. And it looks like the reinforcement that I made using the 2x4s on the side of the cart here is actually going to work out pretty well, because it's serving two purposes. One is a cable management channel here. The second is protection. As I'm moving the cart around, if I accidentally bump it into something, I don't have to worry that the cables are going to get kinked or anything, because they're lying pretty deep inside of that channel there. Now, to show you guys what I discovered, previously I was worried or concerned about why I was not getting the uptime on my batteries as I would have expected, given that I was only drawing 5 amps worth of power from the batteries through the inverter. What I found out was I was using the wrong amp meter. I was using my AC amp meter, and as you can see right now, it says 2.68 amps, and I'm drawing close to 2 amps worth of appliance power. So I kind of just figured when I was first running the test, well, that's pretty close. And I think I got a little overexcited seeing that the number was so low, and that I should have expected a much better uptime from my batteries, or given that I only had 4 batteries, I thought I was going to get an enormous amount of uptime. But in reality, what was happening was I was drawing 10 times that much in current. Now I have my DC amp meter connected here, and as you can see, they're both identical, with the exception of one is only AC and the other one is an AC/DC amp meter. So I guess even with the excitement of having seen such a low amperage draw, I didn't pay attention to which meter I was using, hence the mistake in my calculation in the uptime, adding to my frustration there for why I could not get the runtime that I would have thought given the 5 amp draw. So now that we know AC amp meter, DC amp meter, roughly 10 times the difference. So I guess if you only have an AC amp meter, you could use it, and when you get your calculation, just multiply it by 10, and it's going to be just a little greater than the actual DC amperage, but that's all you have. It's better than having nothing, and you'll actually have a higher amperage reading than what you truly do, and it will help you in the long run, give you a little more unexpected runtime. To let you guys know a little bit of something else that I'm doing here, as I keep talking about using 100-watt lamps to do my testing, rest assured that that is not what I'm going to be using during an emergency situation when battery power is all I'm running on and my battery life is going to be critical, especially to manage it properly. One of the things that I'm doing right now is replacing all of my light bulbs with LED bulbs. It's going to be much more efficient. Just to give you guys an idea of what that's going to look like is I can do two 40-watt lights or LED lights that'll give me 80 watts of light and only draw 13 amps or 13 watts of power, as opposed to a 100-watt light bulb that draws 100 watts. So, theoretically, just a rough calculation, I can do 5 rooms with 80 watts of light, which is more than enough light to see what you're doing and be able to move around the house with the same amount of battery life as a 100-watt bulb. I have 2 right now, so just imagine what I could do using LED bulbs. I could pretty much light up my whole house, every accessory, everything that I have, and still either barely draw the 200 watts or still be under. I can't think of any specific time when I ever had all of the lights in my house turned on, so that I don't anticipate having that situation occur in an emergency. Very limited amount of lighting will be in the house, so my batteries will run me a lot longer. And soon I will also post what the difference in the wattages are. I have a variety of models and brands of LED bulbs, so I can post a little bit of a comparison of what their packaging says that they draw and the amount of light that they give, and just kind of see if that is true. I have actually done a little bit of test and it seems pretty accurate, so we'll see, and I will post some videos soon on that. For now, this is my mobile rack. Thanks for watching, guys.